Appreciate everyone coming on such short notice this morning, but I figured everyone would want to know as soon as possible. My name is Bob Hinshaw, Hinshaw, and I'm the Undersheriff here in Sedgwick County. Please keep in mind that we turned the case over to the District Attorney's Office, so I can't talk about the investigation itself. What I'm here for this morning is to give you some details in regards to his capture. Details are still sketchy. I also want to start out with a correction. I think I mentioned in my email it was around 11:30. That's correct if you're living in Oregon, but that would have been about 1 o'clock, 1:30 our time is when we received the notification. So at this point, what we're doing is moving from the investigative aspect, because we turned the case over to the district attorney, to bringing him back to Sedgwick County. The information that we received is that Mr. Abner was staying in a particular hotel in Springfield, Oregon. This was information supplied by the public. That information was given to law enforcement in the Springfield, Oregon area, and officers with their agency, along with the U.S. Marshals, was able to confirm that Mr. Abner was in fact staying at that hotel. They set off the motel. They set off the motel until such time as he returned, and he was arrested without any incident. He's currently in the Lane County Jail, and there is an extradition hearing scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon their time. That would be about 3:30 p.m. our time. At that particular hearing, if he chooses to waive extradition, then we have 10 days to bring him back to Sedgwick County. If he chooses to fight extradition, then the next step would be to obtain a governor's warrant, which is the legal process where we apply to the Kansas governor for an extradition warrant. That would be delivered to the Oregon governor, and thereafter he would hopefully be returned. That usually, we have 90 days to ask for that governor's warrant. Typically, we will start right after the hearing. If he chooses to decline to waive extradition, that can take up to 30 days to actually get the warrant. Typically, that's about 2 weeks. Just a little bit of background information in case anyone's interested. Last year in 2007, we made 88 trips out of state to bring back approximately 186 prisoners to answer for crimes here in Sedgwick County. The total number of extradition cases that we worked last year was approximately 620. Obviously, there's a discrepancy there between the number we brought back. That's because the district attorney's office makes the ultimate decision as to which people they actually want to bring back to answer for charges. The other thing that I'm sure you're going to want to know about, the Springfield, Oregon Police Department. Phone number 541-726-3727. Again, I'll try to answer a few questions. Details are still sketchy. I think I've given you just about everything we've been able to find out surrounding the circumstances of the arrest. And the case itself, I really can't answer any questions because we have turned it over to the district attorney's office. I think the last thing that I forgot to mention, yes, he was driving the vehicle that was also a subject of the broadcast originally. And now that concludes my prepared statements, and if I can, I'll try to answer any questions.
Can you give us a time frame as to when this arrest happened, when they knew he was there, and how long that process took place?
It was sometime yesterday that we received the initial information from the public that he may be staying in a particular motel in the Springfield, Oregon area.
Did he have anything of the victim on him or with him in the vehicle?
Because the case has been turned over to the district attorney's office, I really can't talk to any evidence that may or may not have been found.
Bob, and on the arrest itself, did it go without incident? Did they just arrest him? Did he argue, fight, anything like that?
There was no issue with the arrest. He was arrested without any incident by members of the Springfield Police Department and the U.S. Marshals.
Did you say whether he was armed when he was arrested?
There was no incident. I don't have that information.
Okay.
But did you say the tip came here or to Springfield, Oregon?
My understanding is we originally got the information and supplied that to authorities in Springfield. I could be mistaken on that, but that's my understanding.
You guys here got the information from the public out there.
Yes.
So someone out there knew to call Sedgwick County.
Yeah, through you folks, obviously, this has gotten quite a bit of publicity nationwide, and of course, we put out additional information on that route to Oregon, so I think a lot of people knew who to contact. Now, that individual, again, I don't know absolutely, may have called the local authorities who in turn notified us, and then we were able to validate it enough to have them go, and local authorities got enough information to determine they did believe he was in fact staying at a particular motel, and then they just set off until he returned.
Was he by himself?
That information I don't have available.
And can you say whether he's suspected in any crimes out there or between here and there?
At this point, my understanding is the only charge that he's being held on in the Lane County Jail is our warrant.
Have you contacted the Patterson family? Or?
Yes, I double-checked with investigations this morning. They said they notified him, and we also talked to the district attorney's office, and they were also going to call.
This might already be known, but how is he connected to Oregon?
Apparently, he has some family or friends that are in that area.
Was family and friends in Springfield, or do you know?
That I don't know for sure.
Was he staying at the hotel under an alias?
That I do not know.
And how long do we think he was staying at the motel, right? I'm assuming it's a motel.
Yeah, it's a motel. I want to say it's the Sutton Motel.
And
How is that
long-
spelled? Seton, S-E?
I did it phonetically. I'm just having my notes S-U-T-T-O-N, but it could have a different spelling.
And again, how long do you think he had been staying at that motel?
My understanding was he had been there for more than one day, but I don't know for sure how long. And did you have a question originally, or did somebody already
No,
ask?
Okay.
Reaction? I mean, are you happy that this is now past this department and can move forward in the official court way?
Yeah, it's really nice that he was found and that now we're moving on to that next stage, but it really doesn't compare to the fact that Joyce was brought back safe to her family. I mean, that's probably where most of our emotion went to.
And did you think that all along that it might be public information that would help bring a closure to this case?
That was our hope, and that's the situation in a lot of these type of crimes is we can't do it all by ourselves. We really need to rely on the public and the media to get the information out that we can in this sort of situation.